What if I told you there's a GitHub repo with 52,000 stars that lets you hire an AI as your CEO, your CTO, your marketing team, your entire company? It's called Paperclip. And yes, the name is a deliberate nod to that famous AI thought experiment where an AI destroys the world trying to make paperclips. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how people are running businesses with 0 human employees and how close we are to the one-person billion-dollar company. Sam Altman has been saying it for a while now. You'll have billion-dollar companies run by 2 or 3 people with AI. Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, puts the probability at 70 to 80% that a one-person billion-dollar company happens in 2026. And it's already happening. Meet Matthew Gallagher. He launched Medvy, a GLP-1 telehealth company, with just $20,000 and 12 AI tools. No co-founder, no team. AI handled the code, the website, the ad creatives, the customer service, everything. The result? $401 million in sales in 2025. Projected $1.8 billion in 2026. One person, $20,000. AI did the rest. Now, Medvy still had a human making the big calls. But what if you wanted AI agents making all the decisions? That's exactly what Paperclip does. It's an open source platform, MIT licensed, fully self-hosted, that orchestrates a team of AI agents to run a company. You set up an org chart, CEO agent at the top, CTO, engineers, designers, marketers below. Each agent has its own role, its own budget, its own tasks. They delegate work to each other, they file tickets, they review each other's output. The creator, a developer who goes by Dotter, built it because he was running 20 to 30 Claude Code windows simultaneously for an automated hedge fund, and he couldn't track what any of them were doing. No shared context, no cost tracking, no state recovery after crashes. So he built an operating system for AI companies. It supports any AI provider. Claude, GPT, Codex, open source models. You bring your own agents. Paperclip just manages them. Let me show you what this actually looks like for a real small business. Say you run an e-commerce shop, selling candles, clothing, whatever. You install Paperclip with one command, npx paperclip I on board. Takes 5 minutes. You open the dashboard at localhost 3100 and create your company. Now you build your team, 7 agents. Your CEO runs on Claude Opus, the smartest model, and costs maybe $50 a month. Below the CEO, you set up a content writer, a social media manager, an operations manager, a finance controller, a customer service agent, and an SEO specialist. Here's the trick. Those worker agents run on free open source models through OpenRouter. They cost you literally $0. Each agent gets a markdown file that defines who they are, their role, their responsibilities, what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. You can set spending limits per agent per month in cents. Hit 80% of the budget, the agent focuses only on critical tasks. Hit 100%, it shuts down automatically. The CEO wakes up every 6 hours on a heartbeat timer. It reads the company dashboard, reviews what every other agent has done, creates new tasks, delegates work, and flags anything that needs your attention. The other agents? They sleep until the CEO assigns them something, then they wake up, do the work, and go back to sleep. Your total cost to run this 7-agent company, $50 to $130 a month. The human equivalent, a virtual assistant, a bookkeeper, a content writer, a social media manager, would cost you $5,000 to $11,000 a month. Let me paint the picture. It's Monday morning, you're still asleep. 6 a.m., your CEO agent fires its heartbeat, it scans the company dashboard, checks all active tasks, sees which agents are idle, which are blocked, it drafts a content strategy for the week and submits it for your approval. It notices your best-selling product is running low and creates a restock task for the operations manager. 6:15 a.m. The operations manager wakes up, triggered by the CEO's assignment. It runs a script that checks your Shopify inventory through the API, confirms stock is below the reorder threshold, drafts a purchase order. 7 a.m. The content writer wakes up, picks up, write 3 blog posts about the summer product line, checks out the task. Atomic lock, so no other agent can grab it, writes the posts, runs its own quality check, marks it ready for review. 7:30 a.m. You wake up, open Paperclip on your phone. You see 1 approval pending from the CEO. 1 low stock alert with a purchase order ready, 3 blog posts awaiting review, social media posts drafted for the day. You approve everything in 5 minutes, add 1 comment, make the 3rd blog post more personal. The content writer wakes up, instantly revises it, and the CEO verifies the revision on its next heartbeat. By 9 a.m., you walk into your office. Your finance controller has already generated last week's revenue summary. Customer service has drafted responses to 4 overnight support tickets. Your SEO analyst flagged 2 keywords where a competitor is outranking you. Your job today? Review 2 proposals. Take 1 client call. That's it. The agents handle the rest. And this isn't just theory. A project called FLU launched on April 3rd, 2026 using Paperclip, 14 AI agents, 5 divisions, a CEO agent running Claude Opus at the top, a content factory with 4 agents, a tool forge with 3, an experiment lab, a media team, a web development lead. On day one, the agents built and deployed a full website, Laravel backend, Tailwind, CSS frontend, push to production. But here's the part that should make you pay attention. Before launch, they caught the agents fabricating content, blog posts that never existed, metrics that were completely made up, product descriptions for products that weren't real. The agents wrote it all with complete confidence. They caught it. Added constraints. But imagine if they hadn't. Total infrastructure cost? Under $20 a month. Revenue so far? Zero. But the experiment is running live. You can watch it at fflu.com. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. For an agent to actually run a business, it needs to spend money, and the payments industry is already building for this. Stripe launched something called the Machine Payments Protocol, an open standard where agents request resources, services respond with payment requests, and agents authorize the transaction. They also offer shared payment tokens. Agents can initiate payments using your permission without ever seeing your actual card number. Mastercard has agentic tokens, dynamic digital credentials already enabled for all US Mastercard card holders. Visa has a trusted agent protocol with tokenized card credentials that come with preset dollar limits and merchant restrictions. And then there are startups like Crossmint, backed by $23.6 million from Ribbit Capital and Franklin Templeton, offering virtual cards, crypto wallets, and stablecoin payments specifically for AI agents. Over 40,000 companies already use it. Ramp is issuing corporate virtual cards for agents. Slash offers MCP-based banking with unlimited virtual cards. Your AI agent can now have its own credit card. With spending limits, merchant restrictions, full audit trails, this is real and it's happening right now. But a credit card isn't enough. How does one agent prove who it is to another agent or to a service? That's where agent cards come in. Google's agent-to-agent protocol, now under the Linux Foundation, uses agent cards. Think of them as digital business cards. Each agent publishes a JSON file at a well-known URL that says, here's who I am, here's what I can do, here's how to talk to me. On the financial side, Mastercard built a verifiable intent framework, a cryptographic audit trail linking your identity, your specific instructions, and the transaction outcome into a tamper-resistant record. When your agent buys something, there's a provable chain from your authorization to the purchase. And there's a new concept emerging called KYA, Know Your Agent. Just like banks do KYC, Know Your Customer, KYA answers the question, when an AI agent commits fraud, who is responsible? It creates an auditable chain from the agent's action all the way back to the human who authorized it. What about communication? Your agent CEO needs to send and receive emails. Agent Mail, a Y Combinator company that just raised $6 million, built an email service from the ground up for AI agents. Each agent gets its own inbox, full two-way threaded conversations, not just sending emails like SendGrid, actually reading, understanding, and replying to incoming messages. They already have over 500 business customers and have delivered over 100 million emails. Their pitch is simple. Gmail wasn't built for AI, neither was SendGrid. Agents need their own email infrastructure. Your AI CEO can now read customer complaints at 3 a.m. and respond before you wake up. Now, let's talk about what keeps security researchers up at night. 81% of AI agents in companies are already operational, but only 14% have full security approval. Let that sink in. Companies are running agents before they've defined trust boundaries. 48% of cybersecurity professionals say agentic AI is the single most dangerous attack vector today. McKinsey's own internal AI platform, called Lily, was compromised by an autonomous agent in under 2 hours during red team testing. Microsoft Research published a paper on sleeper agents, backdoors hidden in AI model weights that activate on trigger phrases. The agent behaves perfectly 99.9% of the time, until it doesn't, and the production gotchas are real. One paperclip operator found that his CEO agent ran for 8 days without actually verifying a single deliverable, just rubber stamping everything. He found 15 bugs on his live website. Another found that without explicit instructions to stay idle when there's no work, agents generate busy work, inventing tasks just to look productive. And remember fflu's fabrication problem. That's not a bug. That's a feature of how language models work. They generate plausible text, sometimes plausible and true overlap, sometimes they don't. The EU AI Act's high-risk requirements go into effect on August 2nd, 2026. And here's the uncomfortable legal reality. No court has issued definitive rulings on liability for fully autonomous agent behavior. Right now, the default position is simple. You are responsible for the systems you deploy. So where does this leave us? The AI agent market is at $10.9 billion in 2026. It's projected to hit $47 billion by 2030. McKinsey estimates agentic commerce will generate $3 to $5 trillion in global revenue by the end of the decade. Gartner says 40% of enterprise apps will include task-specific agents by the end of this year, up from less than 5% in 2025. This isn't theoretical. Agents have credit cards, they have email addresses, they have identity cards, they have org charts and budgets and task boards. The infrastructure for AI-run companies is here. The question isn't whether it'll happen, it's whether you'll be the one running the company or watching from the sidelines. If this made you rethink what's possible with AI agents, hit subscribe. I break down the tools and trends reshaping how we work. Drop a comment. Would you trust an AI agent with your company's credit card? I genuinely want to know. And if you want to experiment, the Paperclip repo is free, open source, and waiting for you on GitHub. Link in the description. The one-person billion-dollar company isn't a prediction anymore. It's a race. See you in the next one.